How's that? Yeah? We're back? Would be helpful if I switch on the mic, wouldn't it? Probably be a good idea, Hannah. So anyway, we're good? Okay, I think we're back. The internet's a little bit slow today. But yeah. We're here, we're live, we're going, we're doing it. Okay, so inkpad is what I'm going to be giving away. I don't know why I can't speak today. But the Mint Macaron ink pad. So all you had to do was comment on the video from last week. So I've got the, let me just switch, where are we? Switch, there we go. So you can see my screen now. So I've got the just a random comment picker, and I've put in the video that you all had to comment on, and then I'm going to click start, and it will randomly pick whoops, why is it not doing, oh yeah, hang on, yeah, it'll randomly pick somebody who commented last week to win the ink pad, and it is Leanne Mitchum. Yay! So Leanne, oh hang on, I think yes, I think Leanne is in America, if I remember correctly. If you are Leanne, then I will have to send you a gift, because obviously I can only send product to countries in my region. So I think I remember correctly. So if that is correct, let me know, and I will get something sent out to you, because you did win after all, and this might go back into another pot for another day. So that's that. I've still got my offer on. If you purchase anything this month, then you can get something for free out of my retired stock. There's still Stampin' Up's offer of joining this month, then you get to pick 10 free ink pads, and there's the paper offer as well this month, that's buy 3 get 1 free as well. So there's lots and lots of offers going on this month. I'm trying to get it all up onto my blog and all the details, but I haven't got all of it up there quite just yet, but just keep watching and you'll see it all. So I think that's pretty much everything I had to tell you. So I'm going to switch the camera to this one so you can see the stamp set. So don't forget as well, this is this month's hostess code. If you want to be in the hostess club, all you have to do is shop on my website and enter that code, and at the end of the month, along with your thank you card that I would send anyway, you will get a little gift from me as well. Okie dokie. So Graceful Garden is what we're going to be using today. So can you, is the traffic too loud for anybody? Because we've got the window open because it's really hot, but if it's too loud, let me know, and then I will close the window, but I'm leaving it for the minute because it's boiling. So yeah, so if you can hear lots of noise and it's really irritating, let me know. Okie dokie. So today's stamp set, Graceful Garden, is on page 23 of the catalogue here, and this is one of the cards that we're going to be recreating. I'm going to start with this one and then move on to the rest. So I'm going to start with it because there's some bits on it that need to dry. So I've got a couple of pieces. So this is it's watercolour paper. Well, it's mixed media paper. That's all I had in my stash. Don't actually have any watercolour paper at the moment, so we'll hope that this works. So I've got my Versamark with white embossing powder, because we're going to do some heat embossing and some colouring as well. And I've got Memento. Whoops. Gift card. Thanks. Put that on silent. Yeah, so I've got those. Yeah, I need these colours. So I've got a few ink pads. few colours for you. So we've got Bermuda Bay, Lemon Lime Twist, Highland Heather, Melon Mambo and Coastal Cabana. So I don't need the Coastal Cabana for now, so I can put that over there. So firstly, on this piece, I've got a thinner piece. I'm going to do some stamping with the Versamark and heat emboss it. So I'm going to do this kind of trellis looking thing. So let's get some embossing buddy, whoops, on there, and let's grab a square piece of paper, and I don't want it, so roughly in the middle ish of your piece of card. Can you see? Yeah. And pop that there. Yep, that looks good. And then white embossing powder. Yep, that's fine. Pop the rest back in. We are going to do some more heat embossing afterwards, but for now you can put your embossing stuff away. I'm just going to heat set that, so it's be loud for a second. There. So you might just, well no, you can't see it at all. Anyway, so that's that. I'm just going to let that dry a smidge before I go and mess with that, just in case I smudge it. And from the stamp set we're going to use this flower, but we're going to do a couple of the flowers and then one of the leaves as well. So I'm not 100% on the method. I'm just kind of doing what I think they may have done when they created the card, but I don't know 100%, so it could be completely wrong and it'll look weird, but we'll see. So I'm doing two Melon Mambo ones. Oh, a bit more ink on that. That's better. I think this needs re-inking as well now. So two, that doesn't matter. And then one Highland Heather as well. A bit more. Whoops, sorry. There we go. Oh, that's so nice. And then a couple of the leaves, and I'm going to do that in Lemon Lime Twist, I think. That's not my phone. I'll just do the two actually. Yeah, that'll do. So it kind of looks like they've stamped it and then smudged around some of the ink to make it kind of watercolory. So I've got my aqua painter and I'm just going to do that and see. Whoops, bit too much water. See how that looks. Well, that doesn't look that great. So I'm gonna grab the ink pad. Let's bring you down a little bit actually. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of isn't great. So grab the ink pad and then, nope, that's too much. That was the tester one, so it's fine. So I don't know. That'll do, I think. It's slightly moving it, but not too much. I don't know if I like that either, to be honest. See, it's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's not too bad. It'll do. That one's not that great though. Oh, what I could do is just add a little bit of darkness back in to some of the lines. That might work. Yeah, that's better. So sort of give it a bit of a wash and then go back over some of the lines to darken it. And it could be the paper as well. I don't rightly know. But yeah, that's better. Okay, so for this one, let's do a little squish. And oh, you have to squish a little bit harder with these newer ones. And then pick up a little bit of ink just to darken some of these lines again. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so that's those bits. So those have got to dry. So then on the bit that we heat embossed, I'm just going to do a wash of colour with lemon lime twist and Bermuda Bay. Okay, so I'm going to wet it first. Oh, it's still a bit pink. Let's use this one. I'm going to wet it first and then pick up some colour and sort of drop it on, and hopefully this will look okay. So where we've done the embossing, it's resisting. Okay, so that's got to dry. So that's why I've done that one first, and we can come back to it at the end. I'm gonna... that's alright. Move that around a little. Yep, we'll come back to that. I may change it. We'll see. Okay, so let me just move these bits out the way for the minute, and then we can come back to it. Okay, so the next project is a box. We're going to do some stamping on the cardstock for the box first. So I've got a piece of mint macaron and then a piece of soft sea foam. So I've got the soft sea foam ink, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so firstly we'll stamp on this with the small rose. So whoops, we're just going to stamp all over it. Move back out a little bit. So, and turn your rose around as you go. Stamp off the edges and just keep going until it's all covered. So this is going to be the outside of the box. So we're going to make like a wrap for the box, I guess is what you'd call it, but it's not going to go all the way around. It's going to be the lid as well, and that probably doesn't make any sense, but it will in a minute. Okay, so that's that. Oh, okay, so grab the scoreboard and scoring tool, and where's my measurements? Okay, so on the long side, this is 10.5 inches by 7.5. So on the 10.5 side, you're going to score it at 1, 2, and then, well, turn it around. You can do it at 1 and 2. Easiest. And then on the short side at 1 and 2. Ah, no, that's right. No, yeah, we were right. It's okay. I thought I'd messed it up then, but I haven't. Yes, I have. Okay, so yeah, that was meant to be the other bit. Hang on. And we don't have any more soft sea foam. Let me have a look. No, we don't. Okay, so new plan. We're gonna use some Pizzazz because that's the wrong bit. Hannah. See, I have everything prepared, but then I still mess it up. I mean, how is that even possible? Exactly. Never mind. Oh, it's just one of those days. So 7.5 by 10.5. Okay. So rewind back to stamping. So I'm still going to use the soft sea foam on it because that'll look fine. So if you're just tuning in now, I'm just making a box and everything's good, everything's fine. I haven't just made a mistake at all or anything like that, so it's great. Oh well, never mind, eh? I can use that other bit for something, I'm sure. So stamp, 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 and then we will go again. And there, that one there, we'll go here, and there. Okay, so back to where we was. So grab your scoreboard and this time score the right piece, which is this one, which has got to be 10 inches by 7 inches, and this we're going to score at 1 inch, whoops, 1 and 2 on either end. And then the same long ways. So 1 and 2, and then 1, 2. There we go. So that's that bit, and then this bit, the longer bit, we're going to score that in a minute, because I just want to make sure I get the box bit right first, just to be on the safe side. So fold and burnish all of your score lines. So this is going to be a reinforced box. The sides will be double. Which, as the name sounds, it's a little bit stronger. So we need to cut away on each of the corners. So you've got 4 squares there, you need to cut away 3 of them and just leave the one in the top left, so the one closest to the inside. So all the rest gets cut away. Actually, let me grab my big scissors, easier. Oops, sorry. Oh, thanks. So big scissors. So cut them all apart from that one, like so. So you've got that. Oh gosh, I'm going really hot now. And then just release it on one side. So you've got a flap. So do that on the opposite sides as well. So cut, cut, and cut that one up. Whoops, don't cut it off, and cut that one up. So how is everybody doing? Are we enjoying the weather still? Or are you dying in it like I am right now? And the same this side as well. So cut off the outside 3. And then just leave 1. And then snip. So you've got your flap. Last one. Oops. And that one. Cut that off. And then like so. Okay, so once you've done that, how it's going to close up is pretty similar to a normal box, but these just need to get folded down as well, so the double flap. So you can fold those 2 down and then wrap those around that one. So what you're going to need to do is add adhesive to these 2 flaps and these 2 on the inside of the box. So I'm going to add, let's do some tape. Where's the block? Oh well. So I've got some double-sided, and I don't know where my block is. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So double-sided. And we'll put, you don't really need 2 to be fair, so just 1 there. Okay, so these smaller ones, you just take your tape off and stick it down like so. Oops. Like so, and give that a good press. And you're going to need to flip it over and put tape on the tabs, so it's technically the outside of the box. So just going to add a bit of tape on the edge of each tab. Like so. Be careful not to rip your tabs off. Then we'll just close those all up. Just like a normal box, so close them up. So line up your cut edge with the corner. Squeeze those in like so. Then you can take the tape off these last two flaps and tuck those in like so, and give it a really good burnish because it's got the flaps in there as well. So give it a good press. And make sure all the corners are tucked in, everything's pressed down as it should be. There we go. So that's the base of the box. Good. We're going in the right direction. So this part now is going to be a wrap around the box that way. So it's going to form the base and the lid. So we need to score it at, let me grab the scoreboard, at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. But I am just going to double check that's right, because it kind of don't look it. That's because yeah, that was right, wasn't it? So think. It's too long, I think. That's so funny. My cousin's trying to stealthily go out. So we do it at 4 1/4, 3 1/4, and then 4 1/4. That's right. And then I've actually cut this bit too long. Oh, that's why I didn't cut it down yet. That's why. So it needs to be, let me think, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just hadn't cut it down. It's fine. So yeah, it will be. Let me cut it first and then I'll explain. So just double checking. So 3. Yep, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, 7 1/4 inches. That'll be right, won't it? So, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it 7 1/2, then I can just check If I do it a bit long and then it's wrong, then I can check, can't I? And it's a good job I did, because 7.5 is right. Yeah. So it's 7.5 by 7.5. Awesome. Okay, 7.5 by 7.5, scored at 3.25 and at 4.25. So this is going to sit inside like so, and be the base and the lid of the box, so it will open like so. Obviously we need to stick it in. We're going to decorate the top of the box with some blushing bride, which I need to cut. So this is 7.5, so this needs to be 7.25 long. I need to cut that down. Okie dokie, good to go. Okay, so let's move some of these bits. So this is going to sit there. So I think I will decorate first and then stick it on. So I've got some of the the metal edged ribbon, so I need to stick some down before I stick this piece down. It's going to go all the way around and secure the box closed. So you want it about halfway. And on the bottom I'm going to do some. I'm going to leave the spine bit, because that will be fine. Or you could use snail glue, whatever you've got. So leave a good length so you've got enough to tie, and just press that ribbon down into the tape, and ribbon scissors, trim the end off. Okay, so that will be how we'll close the box. So then this is going to get stuck on there, and I will use some wet glue for that. Okay, I'm going to stick that down. Like so. Okay. Okay, so then you've got that. We're going to do some stamping on this piece. But for this, to stick it in, I'm thinking tape will be best, because it'll be nice and strong. So just apply tape to the bottom of the box. A few strips just to make sure it's stuck properly. So you could put your tape on before you put the box, fold the box up. That might be a little bit easier. Okay. So take this off. And then I'm going to put a smidge of glue as well, just to give it a little wiggle. So I'm going to center this up and stick that down. and press it down really nicely. Like so. And that will fold over. And we can tie a little bow. Like that. Oops. Okie dokie. So there we go. Trim the excess off. And then we'll do a little bit of stamping on here. So I'm gonna take the flower, the small rose again, with some Blushing Bride ink. And stamp it off once, twice, and 3 times. There you go. So you can't see it too much. It's kind of light, which is what I want. And then the sentiment from the Graceful Garden, I adore you, is what we're going to use. And I'll do that in Memento. Just across the middle. There. Oops. Okay. So we'll pop that up on the front. And that's the box done. There we go. And there's your little gift box that you can put some nice goodies inside. Yeah, that's cute, I like that. Okay, so moving on. To the next card. So I'm just gonna straighten up a little bit, and then, oops, we can get going. So move some of these bits out of my way, and some rubbish out the way. Okay. Okay. Right. Next card is, which one am I doing next? I'm gonna do this one, I think. Yeah, this one. Okay, had to think then. Okay, so I've got a couple of Stampin' White markers and a Bermuda Bay card base. Then a layer of the Blushing Bride and Whisper White. So we're going to stamp on here and on this strip of soft sea foam as well. So I need the leaf. There it is. That I'm going to stamp on the soft sea foam, and for that I'm going to use Shaded Spruce, which is one of the new colours. So just stamp down. Love that colour, really pretty. Don't need the whole of this strip, so that'll do. And then the big flower from the stamp set, we're going to stamp that, and with the pens, ink it up and stamp with the pens. Okay, so I've got some Whisper White, so I want this to be kind of straight. So using your marker pens on your stamps, remember to use the brush tip side, so that side, not that one, because well, you can't really do it with that one anyway, but the brush tip side, and not straight down with your marker, keep it on the side. So all you do is, using the side of the brush, just colour on the stamp, make sure it's all over. Like so. And so this is Berry Burst, by the way. And then I've also got the Tranquil Tide that I'm going to use for the leaves. Like that. So once you've coloured them in, you just need to do a little huff and it will re-moisten the ink. So make sure you've got your cardstock in the right place, ready to stamp. Oh, hang on. Okay. And then give it a huff. And stamp down. And it doesn't really matter if it isn't perfectly straight, but that's pretty good. So you've got your two tones on the rose, but just one stamp. So this is going to get stuck there. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment on it first. In what colour? I think Shaded Spruce again. I'm really liking the Shaded Spruce. Okay. Oops. I don't know if it was the right way up. Yeah. So I'm going to stamp it next to the stem of the flower. Okay. Oops, oh, I'm crushing things. Okay, so I'm going to stick this layer on. Snail. To our Blushing Bride piece. Oh, just need a sip of water. And then our strip. So, oops. It's going to go about there. So I'm just going to do a strip of snail. And then try and get that straight. There we go. go quiet when I'm trying to line things up to make sure that they're straight. Scissors. Cut off the excess bits. There. And then we'll pop that up. There. There. So that is our second project for today. I really like how that one's turned out. It's nice and simple. That rose is just, it's lovely. So that's that one. And we've got one more, and then we'll go back to the first one just to finish it off. So this one is a very quick one for this. Blush and Bride card base. And Blush and Bride ink. So I'm just going to stamp all over this layer of Blush and Bride with the background stamp. Just get the block. Okay. So tone on tone. I'm just going to stamp all over. So trying not to overlap, but it's not a big problem if it does. It's about there and there. Dead quick. Okay, so that's going to get stuck onto there. Then I'm going to stamp on here with, which one do I want? Oh yeah, the little flower. And again, I'm going to use the markers. I think actually I might stamp the sentiment first, just to get that in the right spot. Going back to that shaded spruce. Bad lighting. What do you mean it's dark, or what do you mean? So again, using the side of the marker just to colour. And then give it a huff. And another one. There. And huff again. There, love it. Love those two colours together. Really pretty. I'm going to take this piece and stick it straight down with my snail. There it is. And then that's just going to pop up. In the middle. Well, so off center to the left slightly. Yeah, that's cute. I like that one a lot. So I'll just put a Whisper White in the middle. Or very vanilla actually, because this piece is very vanilla. So, okay. Back to the very first one. We can just finish that one off now. And then we're all done for today. So now that these have dried, I actually like them a little bit better than I did at first. So yeah, not too bad. So this is Coastal Cabana. Am I finding what, sorry? What, not sticking properly, or double joint out? Not that I've noticed, to be honest. I mean, no, I don't think I have. No, it seems to. I haven't noticed it if it is doing anything weird anyway. Yeah, it's been okay. So just using Coastal Cabana on Coastal Cabana cardstock. Like a little case thing. So I'm just chatting to Mum at the side of me as well. It's in like a little case. So yeah, I've just stamped that on there. And the flowers, where are we? We can give them a very quick snip. So you don't need all the leaf part. I actually think I'm just going to use the two of them. So just cutting them out very quickly. Now that they're dry, they're not too bad. And okay. And I realised as well, I haven't told you yet about this week's giveaway. I haven't forgot. I'm just gonna when this live stream ends, pop back on in a couple of minutes to tell you, just so that if somebody just wants to know those details, they can just watch just that bit. So Just cutting these out. And the sun's decided to come out. And I might just do one of these leaves with you, save you watching me do two. Yeah. So this, yeah, I think it'll look okay when it's put together. Okay, so yeah, just the one will do it, I think. So this is going to get stuck on here because this is a little bit warped from the water. I'm going to put extra tape on the back. There we go, that should do it. There we go. Press that down. And then I've just got a little strip of basic black that we're going to do the sentiment on. So grab your Versamark back and embossing buddy, the For You sentiment. There's a little block. Let's make sure that's clean. Whoops. It flew away. Okay, so I'm just gonna emboss that in white. So let's stamp that down. Oh, that's a little bit too high. Messed that up. So let's do that again. I'm going to flip it over. So let's try and do it again, but not mess it up. So make sure it's inked up. Let's try again. That's better. That'll do. So then just tip, oh, there it is. Tip some embossing powder. There we go. Okay. So we can heat set this now. There we go. So now you can see it. Just make sure that's dry. Okay. So I'm going to stick this on. I think I might take it all the way across actually. Yeah, I quite like the look of that. Yeah. I'm going to do a line of tape all the way across. Stick this down. And then I can trim off the excess. There we go. And our little flowers will pop up. So just put smidge of tape on the back of one just to attach the leaves. Oops. Just make sure that's the right spot. Yeah, that's good. Pop that one there. And then that one there. There we go. So it's slightly different from the catalogue, but that's okay. I quite like it with just a couple of flowers. Yep, that's cool. So let's blend in everything that we've made today. So we have our long gift box, our flower, a big rose which is gorgeous. Let's zoom out a smidge. There we go. Long box. Then we made this one, which is very simple, and then this one that we've just finished. So I really like the watercolour wash on that. There you can just see the pattern. It'd be nice to rub some Wink of Stella over that, so I might do that afterwards. So there we go. Those are this week's projects. So there we go, all done for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and again, Leanne Mitchum is the winner. I will be back in a few minutes with the this week's giveaway video, so it'll literally only be a couple of minutes. So yeah, so that's everything I think that I was going to tell you this week. So thank you so much for watching, even with all my little mess ups. You still keep watching, which is great, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.